Good morning, everybody. I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
Today, I think we're going to talk about the Proud Boys.
Going to Portland.
Going to Portland.
Doesn't that sound like a movie title?
I don't know much about this group.
I didn't either. I had to check into them.
But I tell you what, the city's scared as hell of them.
Well, it's funny because I checked into them, and the media had them listed as racist homophobics until they figured out that there's gay Proud Boys. There's also Mexican and black Proud Boys. So now they've changed their rhetoric on them. Now they're fascist right wing. So that's how they are there. But apparently they didn't need anything. They just did their thing, and there was no major conflicts or nothing like that until theirs was done. And then later that night, I guess there was problems.
Yeah. The city had made it a state of emergency so they could bring in the National Guard. They deputized all the police officers in the city, so if anybody got arrested, they faced felony charges, federal charges. They don't, and when they got locked up, they just didn't go in front of the magistrate, and the magistrate said, "Oh, you're gone. Get back out there and do some more damage."
Yeah.
They're held in jail until they see a federal judge, which is good. I like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I like that. Screw them little scumbags.
Well, it was funny because I was on MSN's site yesterday, and I was just talking to different people, and it was funny to figure out what they thought. Did you know that there are actually people out there that only think that all the riots and everything are just right-wing false news? It doesn't really exist. They think that the only fires they've had are dumpster fires, and there's been no arrests, no rapes, no murders, no nothing, no crime rate. It's all made-up news on false news channels, and I'm like, really? I mean,
Yeah.
really?
But we have a friend. Me and my wife has a friend. Her head is so far in the sand that she doesn't want to face any of this. She doesn't pay attention to any of it. Everybody needs to pay attention to this.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. Because
I don't think it's that people can't, or I think it's more they won't, because if they do,
it's real.
Well, it's not just that. It's just there's no way to justify voting for Biden and Harris and against Trump if you actually know what's going on. If you actually know and admit to yourself what's going on, there's no way you can do it.
And because I was watching live feeds last night, and I really didn't see the Proud Boys doing any violent.
They didn't. I've watched all kinds of videos with them. There's very few times they've come into contact with Antifa where it got violent. There was a couple of them, and the 3 times I did find someone from Antifa hit somebody with a skateboard, and that was a very bad mistake.
Let me rephrase it. I did see one, and they said it was a Proud Boy and an Antifa.
They got into it?
They got into it. It was Black Lives Matter. Black guy pulled a gun on Proud Boy. Proud Boy pulled a gun on the Black Lives Matter, and they put their guns away and left. I don't know why, but it was. I watched.
At least that worked out.
PT, who's his name is Steve on PT News Network, I think. He does the live feeds every night.
Yeah, but that one worked out well.
Yeah. I watched it on there, and you could see the guns, but just they put it away and they left. They had some words. Luckily, nobody got shot, but for the most part, Proud Boys didn't do much last night, and they didn't cause no chaos. Don't know. I don't have nothing bad to say about them because I don't really know them.
I haven't seen anything really bad where they've done anything. They're just kind of a group of people that are proud to be American, and apparently that's not allowed.
Well, they said the rally last night in Portland was the white supremacy rally. They named it. Are they white supremacists? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of hard to be a white supremacist when you have Mexicans and you have gay people and you have black people in your group.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would it be like whiteface or something? I don't know how that works out. I get confused in how that works out.
It's that I guess Did they even march? I don't even know.
No, they were just at a park.
Yeah, at a park. That's all I seen them at.
And it was away from the other people. So Black Lives Matter and Antifa, if they did run into them, had to come to them.
It's
I think it was a park at North End.
Now later on, there was it wasn't the Proud Boys. It was Black Lives Matter. There was quite a few arrests, but I didn't really see any in the live feeds that I seen. That one incident, and the rest of the night I didn't see nothing about Proud Boys causing any chaos.
No.
Maybe tonight will be different. I don't know. Maybe they went home. Who knows?
Well, they said they were just there to make their presence known, and I think I heard one of them say something about they're there to protect if needed, if requested and needed. They're there to protect.
Well, there was one feed out of I don't know where in the hell it was. There was so many feeds last night. There was one guy up on a sign. It must have been a courthouse or something. He was up there with a bullhorn, and he was saying, "Did you sign on that dotted line? Did you sign on that dotted line? If you sign on that dotted line, you get out here. If you didn't, get away from here."
What dotted line?
I don't know. Is somebody paying these guys?
Well, they've been saying that for a while, that somebody's paying.
Yeah, and he kept saying, "Don't run when they come at you. Form that line. Don't be ashamed. If you sign that dotted line, you stay here." And I was like,
now they're doing contracts to riot.
I guess. I just it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But the poor boys, Proud Boys, I didn't see nothing that they did anything wrong.
It's just the way the media portrays it. It's wrong to be proud to be an American. Period. End of story. That's just it. If you're a man, especially if you're white and you're proud to be an American, it's wrong and you're racist.
Yeah, it's it's a shame that Black Lives Matter and Antifa is out there doing this. And for another show, I mean, down in Florida, DeSantis,
he's doing a good job.
He's getting ready to pass some laws. Come on down here and protest.
Well, he's putting it into where they vote on laws in March. It depends on whether the actual Senate in Florida passes it or not. I hope they do, because from what I've seen there's people who are attacking people in restaurants down there, and I think it was Tampa. It just doesn't need to happen.
You sit down at a restaurant to eat nice dinner, and then some scumbag Black Lives Matter and some frickin' Antifa piece of shit comes up and turns over the tables and grabs your steak off your food off your plate and starts chomping on it and taking your wine and start drinking.
They had some report of somebody, they showed it on a video and stuff. I saw some guy sat down at the table when the people got up, because the group told them to get up. They got up. A couple of the protesters sat down at the table, and started eating their food. And then the one older man was there, and the one lady complained, said something, and the guy told her to shut the hell up, or I'll knock his old ass out, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame. Hey, Proud Boys, I don't see where they were doing anything wrong. Everybody's allowed to protest. It's just when they riot. And I think standing in roads
Is rioting.
is rioting.
Oh, I agree with that. I'm going to jail because you're going to get hit. It's just going to happen. I'd rather be judged in 12 by
but you know
carriage
what?
than 6.
The other night in Portland, it was Portland, they locked up that driver in that truck or in the car. They locked up the guy in the car.
The guy in the Prius?
Yeah, the Prius. They locked him up. They got to him and they locked him up, and then they brought charges against him.
Yeah.
He didn't hit nobody. The man didn't. I watched the whole video.
He was in a Prius. I don't care if he hit anybody or not. Yeah, let me go up and slap you with a piece of cardboard, okay? You got hit with a Prius. Really, you're going to man up or what?
Yeah. You know, you're scared of the Proud Boys.
And they busted his window. Actually, they busted his windshield in.
Yeah.
And he
because he was
escaped.
driving slow trying to get through the crowd.
Yeah.
And they started beating and banging on his car. And I heard protesters, some of the protesters were going, well, they were just hitting his car to tell him stop. There's people up there. No, breaking out your windshield is not tapping on your car. With that said, I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
We will see you on the next one. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to talk about it, put it in the comments below. If you want to talk about something else, put it in the comments below. Remember, always subscribe so you get notification that we are doing another one. All right, talk to you later. Bye.